All right, let's get this show started!
Over the weekend, the UFC announced that Robert Whittaker will be making his return to the octagon this summer when he takes on former 1-2 division champion Reinier de Ridder in the main event of UFC Abu Dhabi. It's Whittaker's first fight back since suffering a gruesome mouth injury against Khamzat Chimaev, and it's a bit of a surprising one, given the multiple opponents Whittaker was linked to beforehand. Speaking on his MMA Arcade podcast, the former UFC middleweight champion explained that the fight sort of fell together as a product of good timing. Rob also added that after watching Alexander Volkanovski and Della MADDALENA win their championship fights, he's motivated to do the same and reclaim the UFC middleweight title.
Your next fight was announced. It is you against Reinier de Ridder at UFC Abu Dhabi Fight Night main event, July 27.
The beginning of the year, I took some time off after Christmas. Got back into training, started working with the team, told my manager, like, speak to him, tell him I'm looking for like late June, early July. Let's get something. And I was also kind of mentioning Strickland at the time. They came back to me and said, Strickland has only just getting back into training. Like, we can try and get that fight to happen, but we don't know when it'll happen. We don't know. But Dolidze, this is just after Dolidze had that good win. And they said, but Dolidze's ready and willing. And I was like, done. I thought I was getting ready for late June, which was in Baku. But then they started slotting that cut up. And then they said, actually, hold tight. Things are moving. Weeks go by. I'm still training, prepping for it, but it's hard because I haven't signed anything. Nothing's happened. And then literally like 4 days ago, RDR, main event, Abu Dhabi. I was like, what happened to the other one?
Yeah,
like,
so what happened to Roman?
I don't know what happened to anything. He's not in the top 10 yet, but he just beat Bo Nickel. It's a good, hard fight. Let's do it. July's a good time. Done. I don't want to fight forever. I've got a couple of years left in my career. I want that fairy tale ending, especially after seeing Volk and now JDM get up. I want that fairy tale ending. Work my way up to the title, win the belt, and sail off into the sunset. That's the dream I'm pushing and fighting for right now.
Islam Makhachev's manager Ali Abdelaziz revealed that a fight between Makhachev and ILIA Topuria was a done deal and ready to go if Belal Muhammad had won his fight against Della MADDALENA at UFC 315. Abdelaziz clarified that the fight was negotiated and everything was in place for it to happen if Belal had retained his title.
It was a done deal. If Belal would have won, Islam and Ilya was a done deal. It was negotiated. Everything was good to go. It was not even a conversation.
Abdelaziz also revealed that the Islam vs JDM fight won't take place in Perth or Abu Dhabi, stating that a fight of that magnitude deserves to happen in Las Vegas or New York.
People are hoping over here, obviously, that the fight happens in Perth. But obviously, I spoke to Javier Mendez. He's like, well, I don't know. That's a big fight.
I already know. Listen, it's not gonna. It might not be in Abu Dhabi. It's a big enough fight. It's gonna be in New York, Madison Square Garden, or it's gonna be in Las Vegas. If they said gonna be in Abu Dhabi, but it's not gonna be in Perth or Australia, none of these places.
Della MADDALENA's head coach has made a bold prediction for Islam Makhachev's super fight. In an interview with Submission Radio, Coach Ben Vickers said that Belal Muhammad was the ideal warm-up opponent for JDM before a showdown with Makhachev. Vickers also claimed that Makhachev is not used to taking damage and predicted that JDM will knock him out when they meet inside the octagon.
I watched a bit of footage on Makhachev in particular the Poirier fight, and I've never watched Makhachev before as a potential opponent. I've always just enjoyed him fighting because he's brilliant to watch. I think Jack will knock him out. Poirier only hit him once in the first round, and the first jab he took, when he got the takedown afterwards, he was like wincing and like rubbing his eye. I just feel like he's not used to taking damage. He's not used to being in tough fights with someone pushing the pace. Belal's the perfect like warm-up fight if you're going to fight Makhachev. So, but anyone, like I see holes in them all, and I think Jack's the complete package. Add to all of his skills, the chin, and then just the pure will and grit to get the job done. I feel very confident going into that fight.
Former UFC champion Holly Holm is returning to boxing after signing with Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions with her first fight already booked for June 28th. She competes on the same card where Paul faces off with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in the main event from the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. The deal came together after Holm started pursuing a potential return to the sport following the end of her run in the UFC. With multiple fights still left on her contract, Holm requested her release from the promotion, with the UFC allowing her to pursue other options. Now the 43-year-old veteran is set to compete in a boxing match for the first time since 2013. In her return fight, Holm faces 10-1 fighter Yolanda Vega in a 10-round lightweight bout contested over 2-minute rounds. Sean Strickland is breaking out some real wrestling in honor of Olympic gold medalist Kyle Snyder. For context, Snyder was recently arrested in Columbus, where he wrestled for Ohio State from 2015 to 18. Authorities allege he responded to an online ad posted by Columbus police advertising escort services. The 29-year-old allegedly paid an undercover officer $160 in cash for a sex act in a hotel room and was immediately arrested at the scene on Friday. Now Strickland posted this video on his Instagram page captioned with, "Did some real wrestling in honor of Kyle Snyder. Man's an American hero. Country is turning real communist lately."
What's the one thing in life you can do for free, but you can't pay for? We're about to do some real wrestling in honor of my boy Snyder. You ready to wrestle? Hell yeah! Get on my back, strong man, hold me down. On you go. Give this a go. Go. God, you ain't. I thought you were wrestling. Oh God, that's too hard. Hey, Kyle, it's for you, man. Free Kyle Snyder. Get it.
Arman Tsarukyan has shared a new video of himself going head-to-head with wrestling world champion Arman Tsarukyan in an intense drill.
Go! He lost him. Oh my God! Get him! Yeah! Oh, damn!
Following a stunning win over former champion Israel Adesanya back in February, NASSOURDINE IMAVOV is nearing title contention, and he'll take one step closer when he serves as the backup fighter when middleweight champion Dricus Du Plessis faces Khamzat Chimaev in the UFC 319 main event. IMAVOV was recently linked to a fight with Caio Borralho, with the Brazilian claiming that the bout was turned down on the Frenchman's side. After finding out that IMAVOV will be the backup for his fight against Chimaev, DDP wrote this: "Guess I'm fighting NASSOURDINE IMAVOV." Du Plessis' comment is a slight dig at Chimaev, who has had to pull out of fights or be removed from fights for different reasons. Chimaev has fought just twice since September of 2022, but has had 3 cancelled fights in the meantime. Conor McGregor has yet again teased his return to action. Talk about Conor's return to fighting has gone strangely quiet in recent months. The 36-year-old has barely engaged with the sport that made him a famous multimillionaire. However, everything changed when Dana White dropped a slew of fight news on Tuesday evening. McGregor reacted to Islam Makhachev vacating his UFC title with an exciting message to White. A day later, the former dual-weight champion seemed to get the ball rolling on his comeback. He sent 2 messages to the UFC and its CEO Dana White, calling for his boss to get this show started. In a second message, McGregor wrote, "At Dana White, at TKOGRP, call that big nurse." What do you guys think about McGregor once again teasing his UFC return? Do you believe he'll finally step back into the octagon? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by Robert. Number 2 meme was posted by Suspicious Staff. And number 1 meme was posted by Arab Devastator.
How do you think you would beat ILIA Topuria? I grab him by the scruff of the chest and slap that little nose off him, yeah? Little ding-dong of a thing he is, yeah? I'm fucking Spanish. I'm in Marbella, bro, yeah? I'm in Marbella at the bare knuckle stall and let's see what's what. We'll bounce in the yoke, have a bare knuckle. You little fool, I'll cave your head in. You little short-ass thick, I'll box your jaw in. On site. I'm in Marbella, Spain, yeah? I'm in Marbella, Spain, October 12th at the bare knuckle. Stall it, bro, yeah? See what happens here. See what happens here when you cross me, bro, or you come across me.
Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest MMA news.